Hi, I'm Jason Hall, and I teach sixth grade math. And this is my 18th year at Owsley County Elementary, and it's probably my seventh or eighth year of teaching. Oh, okay. It's probably about my seventh or eighth year teaching math to the sixth grade. And one of the things that, as a self reflection, that I have is sometimes I feel like the use of technology that I hover too much into the substitution or augmentation part of the SAMR model. And the SAMR model, it involves like substitution or augmentation, modification or redefinition of how we use technology. And in the past, I would try to incorporate a little bit of the M and R part in my math class by having students video tutorials on how to solve math problems, and then we would put those on YouTube, and it was a lot of fun for the kids. It gave me a good chance to see how well they were grasping the material, but I kind of felt like maybe we need to do a little bit more than just that, because some of the kids, they wouldn't feel comfortable doing a video like that, and then things like that. But I had the opportunity this past May to go to Pennsylvania, and I got to observe some really innovative schools. And one of the things I noticed at these schools they had a lot of were these robots. And they would have a lot of them in a classroom. And I was really amazed when I was with a principal doing these observations, and he made the comment that each one was like $300. And I thought that much money would be really difficult for my school to be able to get enough robots to where we could make some good use of them. But then through the ARI grant, I was able to get enough money so that we were able to purchase 3 of these things. And I decided to go with the robots based on how I saw they were being used in the schools in Pennsylvania. But some of the things that the kids can do with these, they can create many different versions using the same kit. They can program and code the robots and then share their ideas and creations with an online community. This past summer, I took the time to I'll try to pull this up a little bit taller. I feel like I'm hunched over. I took the time this summer to kind of check out some different coding type programs, and I focused mostly on Khan Academy. And I was really surprised at how much math is actually involved for students to do coding. And so it just kind of reinforced my idea that these robots would be something that we could really use in the classroom. And I also looked at how students' perceptions of math class can sometimes be. They make the comment sometimes that they wish I was teaching them social studies, or they wish that I was teaching them something else that they have a high interest in. Because sometimes the math at the sixth grade level, the kids, they struggle with it, and they find it difficult, and sometimes they find it boring. And so I thought with the use of these robots, it might be something that the kids would have something to look forward to, that we're kind of going off track a little bit from the usual methods of doing math. And by knowing that we're going to be maybe using robots that day, they might be a little bit more excited about coming to class. So that was also why I chose to use them. But I do feel that there are a lot of good uses for technology in the classroom. It's just on how we use them. And my school, I'm lucky enough that through grant money and things like that, we were able to go to one-to-one pretty much. And so all my sixth grade students have Chromebooks. But I found myself with the Chromebook sometimes doing a lot of things that are just pretty much substitution. But by using the robots, they can also use their Chromebooks to do the coding with, so that they can actually make the robots do things. And to see if this actually does springboard us into using some more of the M and R of the SAMR model, we're going to do a little documentary, because we have always done a lot of video in my classroom, and so we're going to do a little documentary with our process for how we use the robots and how effective they are for us. Our leading question as we do this will be, how did the robots lead to more modification and redefinition of learning using technology in our classroom? Also, something I'm doing to go along with this to kind of make sure that I'm on the right track is our school district, we're getting really big into micro-credentials using Bloomboard. And one of the micro-credentials that I'm going to be working towards is more implementation of modification. And seeing how that goes, I'm going to try to do the micro-credential for redefinition. But I hope I haven't rambled on too much. Does anybody have any questions or anything about what our plan is or what we're doing right now or anything? Okay. Well, I did notice that one of the presenters today, later in the afternoon, is it you, is doing that? Okay, I have it marked down that I want to come and see that one just to see exactly how that will go. But so far, we've only gotten one of the robots in, and we got it in maybe a few days ago. The lady who was doing at the board office, who was doing the ordering for me, she didn't realize that we were actually getting 3, so she just ordered 1. And I'm kind of glad it worked out the way it did, because with this one that came to us during my planning time, I had a few of the kids stay back with an instructional assistant. You can kind of see the picture here. And we unboxed one of them. Well, I didn't touch anything. I had them do it all because I don't want to get my hands on it and get grabby and start trying to put too much influence on them. So I just stood back and I took the picture. And they started looking at trying to figure out how everything works. They looked at the website, and then we discovered that our school district, for some reason, has that website blocked because it's considered a gaming site. So that let me know I need to talk to our technology person to try to get that taken care of. And it kind of showed also that it takes quite a while. The kids that you see here in this picture, I think this is like our 3rd day or their 3rd day trying to work with this. And so it's really been good that one of them came in and I got a chance to see a small group working on it. And so that's been really helpful to see how that goes before we try to do a full implementation. And it's also kind of let me see that maybe one of the things I need to do is maybe just kind of do half my class at a time. During my planning period, I have sometimes 10 kids or so in my classroom, and they're there doing things with Khan Academy, doing the math lessons, or they're doing work for a classroom, or I'm doing a little bit of individual tutoring. And I was thinking that maybe now with the 3, I could maybe have just, because in my classroom, I have like 32 kids in my homeroom on my roster. So it'll probably work out better to have maybe something like maybe 12 kids, 4 kids to a robot, because like the lady who was doing the pig dissections, you know, you get too many hands in there, people sit back and don't want to do anything. Or they feel like they're not able to do anything. They're going to let other people do it. So I'm thinking that that's probably going to be the route that we're going to go, and hopefully this is springboard something for us. Let's see how we can do more things with it. Also, some of the notes that I have down here, I really do think that the kids are going to be excited about it, because I originally had set up just the first child who's sitting down just for him to do the unboxing because he was there. And then after he started doing that, the next thing I know, these other kids are wanting to come in and do it too. And so they're really excited about it and things. And it'll be interesting to see how far or how much math we can get into this, because I got my math standards for 6th grade. I was real happy about my scores last year. I beat the state average, and I increased my proficient, distinguished, and I decreased my novice. So I'm not going to get away from my regular math instruction, but I say that. But hopefully by doing something like this, and it gives me a chance to see other ways of how they can, how I can do more modification, redefinition. Hopefully this might springboard into some other ideas that come in. But that's about all I have to say, unless somebody else has any more questions. How much time? Okay. Well, while I have a minute or 30 seconds left, we do have a YouTube channel. Our old channel, we haven't deactivated. It's still there. You can go back and see whatever videos you want to from past tutorials. But the new channel that we have, if you go to my email and send me an email, I can go ahead and send out that link to our YouTube channel. Also, I am on Twitter at Mr. Jason Hall, and the only thing I post on there is the school-related stuff. And we'll be definitely posting, well, we've already been posting some pictures and things like that of what we're doing, and we'll be putting more things on there too about what we're doing in the classroom with these robots. And I appreciate everybody's attention. Thank you.